Hello and welcome to a very belated bowl game recap video. Sorry about this, guys. I got really busy with work and a whole bunch of other things happened. We got a new cat, and I've been having to take care of the little guy. So we've been doing a lot of stuff. Plus, I mean, I've been celebrating a lot recently. So I'm going to jump right into this. I'm also going to let you guys know I am working right now on several videos. I've got ideas written down. One I've already started work on. I'm hoping to get that recorded and out for you guys by next week. Is a draft prediction. I'm going to predict who I think teams are going to take throughout the entire first round, all of the first 32 picks. Interesting fact, unless trades happen on draft day, as it stands, I believe 2 teams would not get a first round draft pick. Those 2 teams would be the Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Anyway, we'll get to that in that video. I'm going to jump right into this. So, we had number 25 Boise State playing Oregon in the bowl game. I'm not going to bother with the titles of the bowl game, as again, I didn't have time to pull that up. I'm just going to go through, recap what happened. Boise State won the game. I had to pick them to win, so I get that one right. Troy was playing North Texas in their bowl game. I picked Troy to win. Troy did win. I had Western Kentucky beating Georgia State, and they disappointed me once again this season. Western Kentucky did not get the win. Georgia State did. Marshall versus Colorado State. I picked Colorado State win. Marshall actually came away with the bowl win this year. And then Middle Tennessee was playing Arkansas State. I picked Middle Tennessee to win, and they did. So on the first Saturday of bowl games, I had 5 games to pick from. I got 3 of them right so far. On Tuesday, December 19th, Akron was playing FAU in their bowl game. FAU walks away with a bowl game, their first under new head coach Lane Kiffin. On Wednesday, December 20th, Louisiana Tech versus SMU. I picked SMU to win, but Louisiana Tech comes away with the win instead. On Thursday, December 21st, I had Temple versus Florida International. I had picked Florida International. Pardon me. I had picked Florida International to win their bowl game, but Temple came away with a surprise win. On Friday, December 22nd, I had the UAB versus Ohio bowl game. I had picked UAB to win their bowl game. However, Ohio came out and surprised and got the bowl win. Central Michigan versus Wyoming. I picked Wyoming to win. Wyoming comes away with a win, and their quarterback has left to enter the draft now. On Saturday, December 23rd, Phase 2 of the bowls. As you remember, I did my bowl prediction videos in phases. Phase 2 of the bowl predictions, Saturday, December 23rd, Texas Tech versus USF. I picked USF to win, and they did. Charlie Strong, in his first year at the University of Southern Florida, comes away with the win in the bowl game. San Diego State versus Army. I had picked San Diego State to win. I thought they had this one, but Army surprised once again this season, comes away with one of their best records ever, and gets the bowl win. Appalachian State versus Toledo. I picked Toledo to win, but App State came away with a huge win there. On Sunday, December 24th, Fresno State versus Houston. I had Fresno State winning the game, and they did. On Tuesday, December 26th, Utah versus West Virginia. I picked West Virginia to win, but Utah came away with the win instead. Duke also played Northern Illinois in their bowl game. I picked Northern Illinois, but Duke surprised me, came away with the win. Kansas State versus UCLA. I picked Kansas State to win their game, and they did. Wednesday, December 27th, Southern Mississippi played Florida State. I picked Florida State to win. Obviously, they had a rough season, but they did come away with the bowl win to avoid the losing season for the first time in like 30, 40 years. Iowa versus Boston College in the bowl game. I picked Boston College to win, but Iowa came away with the win instead. Arizona versus Purdue. I picked Arizona to win, but Purdue comes away with the win. Texas versus Missouri. I picked Missouri, but Texas ends up winning. So, you know, I didn't really have a good day on Wednesday, December 27th. But hey, you know. Thursday, December 28th, I had Virginia versus Navy. I had Navy winning their bowl game, and they did. Also, number 22, Virginia Tech was playing number 19, Oklahoma State. I had Oklahoma State winning that game, and they did. Number 13, Stanford also played number 15, TCU. I picked Stanford to win, but TCU came away with the win. It was a good game, though. Number 18, Washington State played number 16, Michigan State, and I had Michigan State winning that game, and they did. That takes me off of Thursday, December 28th, into Friday, December 29th. Wake Forest versus Texas A&M. I picked Wake Forest to win this bowl game, and they did. Number 24, NC State was playing Arizona State, and I picked NC State to win, and they did. Kentucky versus number 21 Northwestern. I picked Northwestern to win that game. They did. New Mexico State versus Utah State. I picked Utah State to win that game, but New Mexico State came away with their bowl win. Number 8 USC versus number 5 Ohio State. I picked USC to win this game. I didn't think Ohio State had a lot in them, but they surprised me and blew USC out of the water. Brings me to the Phase 3 video, which was Saturday, December 30th, Louisville versus number 23 Mississippi State. I picked Louisville to win that game, but Mississippi State comes out with the win instead. Iowa State versus number 20 Memphis. I picked Memphis to win that game, but Iowa State came away with a 21-20 victory. Number 6 Wisconsin versus number 10 Miami of Florida. I picked Wisconsin to win that game, and they did. Wisconsin comes away with their bowl win after only losing one game on the season, and that being the conference championship to Ohio State. Number 11 Washington versus number 9 Penn State. I had Penn State winning that game, and they did. On Monday, January 1st, before the playoff games, I had number 14 Notre Dame versus number 17 LSU. I thought LSU was going to win the game, but Notre Dame, surprised with a comeback win, brought on by the backup quarterback. Michigan versus South Carolina. I had Michigan winning, and they didn't. They blew the game against South Carolina. Also was the only Big Ten team not to win their bowl game. Then there was number 12 UCF versus number 7 Auburn. I thought Auburn was going to blow UCF out of the water. UCF played a very surprising game, came away with the win. Now, we're gonna come back to UCF in a little bit. I'm gonna go right into the playoffs, Phase 4. Number 3 Georgia versus number 2 Oklahoma. I had going back and forth on this game, and I ended up picking Georgia to win the game. They did. I think it was in like double overtime. So they went really to the wire on this one. Then there was number 4 Alabama versus number 1 Clemson. I thought Clemson would win, but I didn't think that either team was all that good. So, you know. But Alabama comes away with a huge win over them. And it comes to the title game where I thought it was going to be Clemson, Georgia, but it was actually Alabama, Georgia. Either way, I picked Georgia to win, and I was so close to getting that one right. Overtime again. So we had the playoff game for Georgia go to overtime and the national title go to overtime. This time Georgia was not on the winning side of things and ends up falling out to Alabama after taking a 13-0 lead into halftime, losing the game, I believe 26-20, something like that. So all of that said, there were 40 games to play in the bowl season, and I got 18 of them correct. That puts me at a 45% on the postseason. Not exactly where I wanted to be, but it is what it is. It was, you know, as much as I didn't want Alabama to win another one, I feel like the same champion over and over and over again gets a little boring. This wasn't boring. I mean, Georgia, it was an exciting game. I mean, you had a year of the backups, I guess. Notre Dame had their backup come in and win their bowl game. And then you had backups coming in everywhere, getting successful. It even bled over into the NFL. But you had Alabama get shut out in the first half, down 13-0. Plays the quarterback for the second half of the game. Plays a brand new quarterback, never played for him before. And he leads the comeback of the century for the team, and they win the national title in overtime. I mean, you can't write it. Like, it's where